Good morning to our viewers on the West Coast, and good evening to our viewers in Tehran. I'm Nick Kosar in Washington, D.C., and you're watching Iranistas. Ishaq Jahangiri, Rouhani's vice president, was one of the 6 candidates approved by the Guardian Council, withdraws his candidacy in Iran's presidential race. Yesterday, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf withdrew his candidacy. And now, Rouhani has only one major rival, and that's Ebrahim Raisi. As a number of Iranian Americans are getting ready to go to the polls on Friday to vote for either of the 6 candidates approved by the Guardian Council, Ken Timmerman has petitioned the White House to shut down all the illegal polling stations. In an exclusive interview with Iranistas, Timmerman explains why he is after banning all these illegal polling stations.
First of all, the Iranian regime for the past 12 years has done this regularly. They have tried to set up polling stations here in the United States so Iranian Americans would vote and give a kind of authentication to the regime. We believe, and many Iranians that we work with believe, that these elections are just a farce. They are not free elections. They're as free as the elections in the Soviet Union under Joseph Stalin were free. There's no democracy in Iran, and so to pretend that there is one is itself a farce. So we're calling on the Trump administration, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the State Department to together shut down these illegal polling places. These 56 polling places are entirely illegal. They violate scads of U.S. laws, and we're calling on the Trump administration, the Department of Justice, and others to shut them down because they break U.S. law. That's what this petition is about. It's an opportunity for Iranian Americans and Americans, frankly, to express their point of view to the White House. Let them know we need to shut these polling places down.
Timmerman has always been a critic of the Persian service of the Voice of America. I ask him why.
Well, the Persian service at VOA is completely broken. When you talked even to journalists who were there, who believe in the pro-freedom movement, who understand that Iran is a captive country, captive by these Islamist clerics, they are tearing their hair because VOA Persian is broadcasting pro-regime propaganda. It's as simple as that. They broadcast pro-regime propaganda. It's a disgrace. It should not be happening with U.S. taxpayer dollars. And I have said to people publicly that if it were up to me, I would give them 6 months to reform or be shut down, because there's no reason for us in the United States to use taxpayer dollars to broadcast, number one, anti-American propaganda, and number two, pro-regime propaganda. VOA Persian is part of a larger problem of Voice of America in general, and I think the Trump administration is going to reform Voice of America. I think they have plans to reform Voice of America, but they're not there yet. First, they have to identify the individuals they're going to bring in to run VOA and the Broadcasting Board of Governors, and once that happens, I think you will see profound changes.
And I also ask him if he's after changes in Radio Farda.
There will also be changes at Radio Farda, of that I'm convinced. It is part of the Broadcasting Board of Governors. It's separate, obviously, from VOA. It's part of Radio Free Europe. But Radio Farda is the same thing. Many of the reporters and the broadcasters and the webcasters at Radio Farda are supporting the regime reformists. So if you're supporting the reformist, you're still supporting the regime. And U.S. government broadcasting should not be supporting the regime. We should not be using taxpayer dollars to support one faction in an Islamist regime that is anti-American, anti-Israel, that seeks to wipe Israel off the map. The reformists seek to wipe Israel off the map as well. I've never heard Rouhani say anything contrary to that. I have seen him just recently be meeting with the head of Hamas in Tehran. And he supports Hamas. Hamas is dedicated to destroying Israel. So I don't see myself, and I don't think the Trump administration, that they differentiate between different factions inside of the regime. Either you're with the regime or you're not with the regime. Our job, I think, in the United States, using taxpayer dollars, is to help those people who are not with the regime.
Among Iranians inside Iran who've candidly spoken out against the crimes of the candidates in the Islamic regime's Friday elections is Sholeh Pakravan, mother of 26-year-old Reyhaneh Jabbari, who was executed on October 25, 2014. Reyhaneh, who spent 7 years in prison on death row, was convicted of stabbing Morteza Sarbandi, a 47-year-old surgeon, in self-defense. Sarbandi, who had also been an employee of the notorious Iranian Ministry of Intelligence and Security, had lured the then 19-year-old interior designer to his office under the pretense of redesigning the premises where he had attempted to rape her. Though there was overwhelming evidence that the knife used was small and that she had not stabbed him in any part of his body that would have been fatal, and that upon her escape from the location another man had entered Sarbandi's office, the Islamic judiciary refused all appeals, claiming that she had actually confessed to the crime. The UN, the European Union, Amnesty International, and many other international bodies condemned Reyhaneh's execution and even announced that Reyhaneh's confession had been obtained under intense pressure and threats from the judiciary's heavy-handed interrogators and prosecutors, and that she should have been retried. Prominent Iranian activists and figures had also appealed for a stay of execution, to no avail. The victim's family had also unjustifiably continued to insist that she was in fact the murderer and continued to call for her execution. Efforts for clemency intensified during the summer and early fall of 2014, but on Friday, October 14, 2014, Jabbari's mother was allowed to visit her for 1 hour, a custom that tends to precede executions in Iran. Sholeh Pakravan has now joined the group of women known as the Mourning Mothers in Iran. On October 20th, 2016, the 2-year memorial she held for her daughter at the cemetery where friends and family gathered at Reyhaneh's grave was raided by the regime agents and guards, and Sholeh herself was arrested.
من رأی نخواهم داد. در حالی که کمتر از 1 هفته به نمایش تهوع‌آوری به نام انتخابات باقی مانده است، من به هیچ کدام از 6 بازیگر رأی نخواهم داد. نه به 3 بازیگر اصلی که خودشان با وقاحت در برابر چشمهای مردم جنایات و دزدیهای یکدیگر را رسوا می‌کنند و نه 3 سیاهی لشکری که برای خالی نبودن عریضه آمدند. اینان در یک مورد مشترکند. همه‌شان طرفدار زندان و شکنجه و اعدامند. اصلی ترین مطالبه مردم نیز روشن است: آزادی، همان که زیر سایه هیچ کدام از اینان دست یافتنی نیست. مردم میخواهند بدانند چرا جوانانشان کشته شدند، در کجا مدفونند، چرا و چگونه خزانه مردم مورد دستبرد قرار گرفته است. وقتی اذهان مردم روشن شد، آنگاه چه بسا نیاز باشد تا به انتخابی بزرگتر دست بزنند، نه انتخابی بین بد و بدتر و بدترین. چه کسی گفته است که مردم ایران باید از بین لشکریان سارق و جوانکش و شیادان و جلادان یکی را بر مسند بنشانند؟ من به کسی که در هیئت مرگ بوده رأی نمی دهم. به کسی که افتخارش بر پا کردن چوبه های دار بوده و قاتلی را بر مسند صدارت نشانده هم رأی نمی دهم. به کسی که حملات گازنبوری بلد است و دستش تا آرنج در کیسه ملت است هم رأی نمی دهم. شرکت در انتخاب یکی از اینان یعنی شراکت در فلاکتی که روز به روز بیشتر بر مردم تحمیل می شود، یعنی آلودن دستها به خون کسانی که تاکنون کشته شدند و پس از این کشته خواهند شد، یعنی چشم بستن به رنجی که بازماندگان اعدام می کشند و ندیدن اشک خانواده هایی که عزیزانشان به گناه بیگناهی در زندانند. بگذارید برخی توجیه کنند که اگر بد را انتخاب نکنیم بدتر به مسند خواهد نشست. اما چه باک؟ مگر سالهای پیشین که بدها یا بدترها بر مسند نشستند چه فرقی داشت؟ آمار اعدام و فقر و فاقه همچنان بیشتر شد، این بار هم خواهد شد. چگونه می‌خواهیم رأی بدهیم و چشمهای گوهر عشقی را فراموش کنیم و آخرین نگاه ندا آقا سلطان را به یاد نیاوریم و صدای آرش صادقی را از خاطر ببریم و صدای شهرام احمدی را و کودکی ذبح شده ریان و رویدا و دیگرانی که پدرانشان اعدام شده اند را و کودکانی که در سلولهای سرد با مادرشان به سر بردند و چهره نابود شده دخترانی را که اسید به رویشان پاشیدند و ناله های مادری را که خبر اعدام فرزندش را از روزنامه خوانده است و درد و رنج زندانیان و خانواده هایشان را. من جوانان سرگشته و پدران شرمنده را فراموش نخواهم کرد، همچنان که گورخوابان را. آری، بهتر است فراموشی را فراموش کنم و هر لحظه فلاکتی را که بر سرزمینم تحمیل شده به یاد آورم. آیا در چنین لحظاتی میتوان به رأی دادن فکر کرد؟ بگذار خودشان نمایش ترتیب دهند، خودشان هم جشن پیروزی بگیرند. یک روز نه چندان دور، رسواتر از امروز در پیشگاه عدالت محاکمه خواهند شد. این وعده تاریخ است، تاریخی که جنایتکاران و دزدان زیادی به خود دیده است که در لباسهای مختلف بر جان و مال توده های مردم حکومت کردند. امروز هیچ کدامشان نیستند و جز نامی نفرت انگیز از آنان باقی نمانده است. من به قاتلان هزاران جوان رأی نخواهم داد، به غارتگران میهنم رأی نخواهم داد، به آنانی که بیگناهان را به مسلخ بردن رأی نخواهم داد. نه، من به قاتلان ریحانم، ریحانهایم رأی نخواهم داد.